Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Beena here. Today we are discussing the ketone body metabolism. So the most important question in this chapter is describe the synthesis and utilization of ketone bodies. Add a note on its uh, add a note on ketoacidosis. Usually a 10-mark question can come, or it can be split into two parts. Synthesis and utilization of ketone bodies as for 5 mark, and then ketoacidosis for another 5 mark. Now we'll pass on to the metabolism of ketone bodies. Carbohydrates are essential for the metabolism of fat, or fat is burned under the fire of carbohydrates. The acetyl coenzyme formed from fatty acids can either enter and get oxidized in TCA cycle only when the carbohydrate is available. So during starvation and diabetes mellitus, acetyl coenzyme takes an alternate route of formation of ketone body. So it is usually ketone body formation occurs when there is starvation, or diabetes mellitus when there is no carbohydrates available, and so there will be an alternate route of formation of ketone bodies. So what is ketogenesis? Before going to the ketogenesis, you have to know what are the ketone bodies. They are acetostate is the primary ketone body, and beta hydroxybutyrate and the acetone are the secondary ketone bodies. So you have to mention the ketone bodies, primary and secondary. Then they are synthesized exclusively by the liver mitochondria. The site of formation of ketone body is in the liver mitochondria. So going to the steps, first is the condensation. Two molecules of acetyl coenzyme are condensed to form the acetoacetyl coenzyme. So this step, the enzyme is acetoacetyl coenzyme synthase. Two molecules condensed to form the acetoacetyl coenzyme. One more molecule of acetyl coenzyme is added to acetoacetyl coenzyme to form the HMG-CoA, that is beta-hydroxy beta-methyl glutaryl coenzyme. The enzyme is HMG-CoA synthase. Mitochondrial HMG-CoA is used for the ketogenesis, while the cytosolic fraction is used in cholesterol biosynthesis. So we have already told that it is taking place in the mitochondria. So the mitochondrial HMG-CoA is used for the synthesis of ketone body. So this is the step where the acetoacetyl coenzyme is one more molecule of acetyl coenzyme in the presence of HMG-CoA synthase forming the HMG-CoA. Next step is the lysis. Then the HMG-CoA is sliced to form the acetoacetate. HMG-CoA lyase is present only in the liver. The enzyme used for the splitting of HMG-CoA to acetoacetate and the acetyl coenzyme is by the HMG-CoA lyase, which is present only in the liver. Then now the primary ketone body acetoacetate is formed. Now the secondary ketone bodies are formed from the acetoacetate. First by reduction, beta hydroxybutyrate is formed and utilizing NADH plus H, and the enzyme is beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. So the beta hydroxybutyrate is formed. The acetone is formed from the non-enzymatic spontaneous decarboxylation of acetoacetate, and the acetone is formed. So secondary ketone bodies like acetone and beta hydroxybutyrate is formed from the primary ketone body, that is acetoacetate. So this is the whole pathway. Two molecules condensed to form the acetoacetyl coenzyme, then one more molecule to form the HMG-CoA. The HMG-CoA lysed by the HMG-CoA lyase and to acetoacetate and acetyl coenzyme. Then the acetoacetate is reduced to beta hydroxybutyrate by NADH utilizing the enzyme beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase, and the acetoacetate is converted to acetone by spontaneous non-enzymatic decarboxylation to form the acetone. So here in this the formation is complete. Now what is ketolysis? The ketone bodies are formed in the liver, but they are utilized by the extrahepatic tissues. So the liver cannot utilize the ketone bodies. The heart muscle and renal cortex prefer ketone bodies to glucose as the fuel, but the tissues like skeletal muscle and brain can also utilize the ketone bodies as an alternative source of energy if the glucose is not available. So skeletal muscle and brain utilizes ketone bodies if there is if the glucose is not available, but the heart muscle and renal cortex prefer the ketone bodies for their fuel. Acetoacetate is activated to acetyl-CoA by an enzyme thiophorase. It is not present in the liver, but it is present in the extrahepatic tissue. So almost all tissues and cells types can utilize the ketone bodies as fuel with the exception of liver and RBC. So in the liver, thiophorase is absent. So which is the step by which utilization occurs is like this. Acetoacetate combines with acetyl-coenzyme A. Acetyl-coenzyme A is available as a substrate in the TCA cycle, intermediate in the TCA cycle. So this combines together to form the acetoacetyl-coenzyme and succinate. The enzyme is thiophorase. Then the acetoacetyl-coenzyme A can enter the beta oxidation pathway, and then acetyl-coenzyme A is produced, which can enter the TCA cycle and produce energy. So in this diagram, you can see the formation, utilization and excretion of ketone body. That is, it is formed in the liver, then it is taken through the blood, and normally acetone is excreted through lungs, and ketone bodies are minimal quantities excreted through urine. And if there is excess, it will be taken to the through the blood to the extrahepatic tissue, where it is first converted to acetoacetyl-coenzyme A, then beta oxidation converts into acetyl-coenzyme A. This acetyl-coenzyme A enter the TCA cycle and produces energy, and carbon dioxide is released. Now, what is ketosis? Normally, the rate of synthesis of ketone bodies by the liver is minimal. That is, so that they can be easily metabolized by the extrahepatic tissue. So, synthesis always parallels with the extrahepatic usage of ketone body. But hence, the blood level of ketone bodies is less than 1 milligram per deciliter. Similarly, the excretion also is very minimal. So the ketone bodies are not detected in the normal urine. But when the rate of synthesis exceeds the ability of the extrahepatic tissue to utilize them, there will be accumulation of ketone bodies in the blood. So whenever there is an excess production over and above the capacity of the extrahepatic tissue to utilize them, they will be accumulating in the blood. This condition is called ketonemia. That is, accumulation of excess quantity of ketone bodies in the blood is known as ketonemia. And when there is excess quantity in the blood, it will be excreted in urine. That condition is called ketonuria. And then the excess quantity may be excreted or exhaled through the breath. That is called, that will produce smell of acetone in the breath. So all these conditions, that is ketonemia, ketonuria, and the smell of acetone in the breath together forms the ketosis. So ketosis has got three components: ketonemia, ketonuria, and acetone smell in the breath. Now, what are the causes for the ketosis? There are two main causes, that is uncontrolled diabetes mellitus and the starvation. Diabetes mellitus, when untreated diabetes mellitus is the most common cause of ketosis. Deficiency of insulin causes increased lipolysis, and more fatty acid are released into the circulation. Oxidation of these fatty acid increases the acetyl-coenzyme A pool. So oxidation of acetyl-coenzyme A by TCA cycle is reduced, since the availability of the oxaloacetate is less. So whenever there is diabetes, the oxaloacetate availability will be less. So the acetyl-coenzyme A will increased in the blood, and that will be taking an alternate pathway to produce ketone bodies. So like that, ketosis develops in uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. In starvation, the dietary supply of glucose is very much diminished, and the available oxaloacetate is channeled for the gluconeogen. Naturally, when there is no carbohydrate, there is synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate through the gluconeogenesis. So there will be depletion of oxaloacetate. The increased supply of lipolysis is to provide alternate source of energy. So the excess acetyl-coenzyme A is converted to ketone bodies here. Then the high glucagon favors ketogenesis, and the brain derives 75% of its energy from ketone bodies under the conditions of fasting. So whenever there is fasting, the brain utilizes its maximum energy through ketone body formation. Then the third condition, which is a physiological condition, is the hyperemesis gravidarum. That is, during pregnancy, early stages of pregnancy, there will sometimes some patients will having excessive vomiting. So that is usually occurs in the first 3 months, and then they will produce a condition leading to starvation. So whenever there is starvation, there will be production of ketone body. So it can happen in the early pregnancy, especially in the first pregnancy. So there also ketone bodies will be seen in the urine. Now, what is how the ketogenesis is explained? During starvation and diabetes mellitus, the blood level of the glucagon is increased. Glucagon inhibits glycolysis, activates the gluconeogenesis, activates lipolysis, and stimulates the ketogenesis. High glucagon insulin ratio is potentially ketogenic. So, whenever there is high glucagon and low insulin, there will be ketogenesis. Insulin has got an opposite effect, and it favors glycolysis, inhibits gluconeogenesis, and depresses lipolysis, and then decreases ketogenesis. Now, what are the features of ketosis? First one is the metabolic acidosis. Acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrates are acids. When they accumulate, they produce metabolic acidosis. Similarly, there will be a reduction of buffers. That plasma bicarbonate is used up for the buffering of the acids. So there will be decreased bicarbonate level. Then there is Kussmaul's respiration. Patient will have typical acidotic breathing due to compensatory hyperventilation. So deep breathing, a typical breathing, that is called Kussmaul's rate and depth of the respiration will be increased. So that condition is called Kussmaul's breathing. Then there will be smell of acetone in patient's breath, because due to the excess production of ketone body, the acetones will be exhaled through the lungs and produces smell. Then osmotic diuresis induced by ketonuria may lead to dehydration. So whenever there is excess excretion of ketone bodies in urine, there will be diuresis, loss of large quantity of urine also will be passed, which will lead on to dehydration. Sodium loss also occurs. Ketone bodies are excreted in urine as the sodium salts, leading to the loss of cations. That is, major cation is the sodium from the body. So along with sodium, water also will be excreted, more water. So that will produce dehydration. So final stage of the metabolic acidosis or the ketoacidosis is coma. That is due to dehydration and acidosis, and they are contributing to the lethal effects of ketosis. So finally, coma and death may occur if get untreated. Now how will you diagnose this? The presence of ketone bodies can be established by the detection of ketone bodies in urine, that is Roth-Era's test. You have done that test, so you can get the positive Roth-Era's when there is ketone bodies in the urine. Then supportive evidence may be derived from the estimation of serum electrolytes, acid-base parameters, and blood glucose estimation, because diabetes mellitus is one condition and one condition is starvation. In diabetes mellitus, the blood sugar may be elevated. In starvation, the blood sugar may be below normal, hypoglycemia. Then there is some urea also can be estimated. Then how will you differentiate between the diabetes mellitus ketosis and starvation ketosis? The urine of the patient with the diabetic ketoacidosis will give positive Benedict's test as well as Roth-Era's test. Both tests will be positive. But in starvation ketosis, Benedict's test is negative, but Roth-Era's test will be positive, because Benedict's test is negative because it is starvation. So the blood sugar will be very low, so there won't be any sugar in the urine. Now passing to the management. The treatment is to give insulin and glucose. When the glucose and insulin are given intravenously, potassium may be trapped, and they may develop hypokalemia. Hence, clinician should be always should monitor the electrolyte study. Then administration of bicarbonate, maintenance of electrolyte fluid balance. So IV fluids has to be given because dehydration is there. Bicarbonate has to be given because there is loss of buffers in the conditions of ketoacidosis. So these are the general treatment. So by this we'll finish the ketone body metabolism. So whenever you are asked, you have to ketogenesis is asked, you have to write the flow chart, all the steps with the enzymes, and also write the about the primary and secondary ketone bodies, site of action, and then what are the conditions in which ketone body ketosis occurs. Thank you.